If you have been watching my recent videos, which would surprise me if you did, but if you did, I have talked about a few times where I decided to do pull-ups instead of bicep curls and the experience I've had and all of that. But now I want to talk about, sorry for the voice cracks, the talking feels a bit weird for talking feels weird when you talk so long. And now I want to talk about, excuse me, I want to talk about why I switched from bicep and forearm curls to now pull-ups, to doing like full-on pull-ups more. If you don't know me, I'm Timo, and on this channel on this video short you're watching, I'm giving training advice to people like you and therefore tell my experiences and stories of mine so you can implement to your training life without any overthinking and crazy struggles. I'm gonna go quickly into this. First of all, I'm gonna talk about how I was able to do pull-ups for a guy who is also kind of like more of the bigger side, which is like I'm more like of a chubby kid. You probably can just see that by parts of my body fat that are still remaining. I weighed around like 75 to 80 kilograms. Sometimes it can be a little more, sometimes it could be a bit less, but that's around the weight I am mostly on. 75 to 80 kilograms. And, and even with that type of weight, I was able to do like at least one clean pull up, like one where the bar maybe goes up here to my like mouth, and then afterwards it's like it goes more like to my nose or the eye level or something, and then I kind of like have some reps where I just kind of like force cheat them basically. But either way, the the simple advice on this one is I first of all train my arms brutally, cut down my weight to around 75 to 80 kilograms, and then made my arms so strong that I did my biceps and forearms so strong, so I was able to do 20-kilogram dumbbells without a huge struggle. That's technically the way I was. It's a simple, short way explaining how I was able to do pull ups and now why I switched over. Alright, I'm gonna be a bit honest here. I kind of lost a bit love for the weightlifting type of training and now want to try other things out and specifically try to find ways which are also trying to grow my arms basically because even you do spam bicep curls for like multiple times a day and stuff like that, progression still feels very invisible and like super slow or basically barely non-existent when you just do it for like multiple years. So I decided to do pull-ups and also to be honest I want to make my faster make I want to make my workouts feel faster. So because if you don't know, doing bicep curls or doing forearm curls is kind of like you do. Usually did them with the way where I would take the heaviest weight and then push with that as far as you can. Then kind of like go into drop sets where I make the weight 1 to 2 kilograms lighter and then keep going with that weight so far until I can't lift with the lightest option anymore. But that usually setting it up, even you do it like the fastest way, takes like could take up to like half an hour of your day, which of course is not long if it's and you probably have the amount of time to do that. But I honestly want to make my workouts feel a bit faster. I want to feel another way of better progression. And yeah, I kind of like lost the love for weightlifting training a bit. So I decided to do pull ups. And I decided to do them in a way where I was having like this one random bar that's like hanging from, well, not hanging, it's like laying between some, how do you call it, between some wood thingies. God damn it, I don't know the exact name, but like you can imagine like I'm just in the room, then there's like wood things that are like slightly under the actual ceiling, and then there's like the bar hanging there, and I just hold onto the bar and do like pull-ups with it. Of course, and like the thing is, you don't need, by the way, an actual bar, a clean round bar to do pull-ups or something. You can do it like by something that is even square, like on the like let's say on the staircase, and there are like stairs which have like these pla- oh man, the words they're missing today. You know, like the type of staircase where you can like hold yourself onto them, like when you're under the staircase and you can hold yourself onto these type of staircases. You can technically do even pull-ups on staircases like these. Maybe I should do like a extra video for that one. I I seem to feel some type of extra growth from the pull-ups I'm doing. At least I feel it because I'm pull-ups are something which are technically very easy to do and also fast to do. Like easy in a way if you have like this arm strength and also the perfect body weight. And which is very true, they are quite fast to do. Specifically if you can only do like a, let's say, limited amount of reps, but then you're training it in a way that you go to failure and you failed, and yeah, you don't know how to push harder than this. You technically can go to failure faster and therefore probably grow more because you're therefore trying to push your body into something more crazier. Or at least I am seeming to grow some sort of strength. I don't know how that will calculate to over to like body lifting or like weightlifting, because if I'm on a good day, like my full highest weight with a dumbbell is probably like 21 kilograms. And if I keep doing pull ups, the difference between bicep curls might be might not be a bit small, which is like, so instead of like 21 kilograms, I could do 21.2 kilograms or some shit. But either way, a nice little boost, I guess. So that's kind of mostly it. To So in conclusion, the advice also on this one is just very simple, which is, so if you want to do pull-ups but you're not like in a place where you might be a bit too above the weight and your arms are not that like super strong, like they can bicep curl like 20 kilograms for example, What I would recommend to you is first of all cut down to 75 to 80 kilograms. That's like the sweet spot, I would say. And then try to make your arms so strong that you can curl 20 kilograms of dumbbells per arm each first. Then you can go ahead and do your first pull up. The reason why I said this type of body weight and this amount of weight is because I've experienced that. If you're heavier and your your like lowest maintainable weight may be like a bit higher, like 90 or something, it might be a bit different to you, but that's kind of like my way I've experienced it. If you want to do pull-ups, honestly, go down from 75 to 80 kilograms of weight first and train your arms so hard that you can they can curl 20 kilograms each arm first. And if you want to, I have a foreign course in the description below where I tell you like the exact steps and show you the exact way how to train in your first year so you're then ready to do a pull-up. And also the exact specific way to do pull-ups to then grow from that and everything. Yeah, that's kind of it. And yeah, if you like this one, you can like the video if you want to and subscribe to this channel. It will help me out a lot if you would go ahead and do that. God damn it, my voice feels like cracking. Bye bye.